ready to go get a cup of coffee?
Let's do it.
All right, y'all jump in here. I mean, this is all I know, living in a small town, and I just couldn't imagine ever living somewhere else.
Where are we going to get coffee?
On the way, I stopped at this 5-star. I just like their coffee.
You built a lot of the homes in this subdivision?
Yeah, I built all of them on this street here, all them houses. I built over 100 houses in Campbellsville in the 70s. I always say young people think things are gonna last forever. And they don't. We get a cup of coffee here. I take my cup, save 50 cents a day. Refill. Okay, in '82, I was flat broke, living in my dad's basement. And he'd already retired. And he told me, he said, if you think of anything you want to do, I wouldn't care to work 5 more years. So we started in '83 with 3 employees, Cox Interior, 0 sales. In 2006, we done 101 million. So there's one thing that we done that put us on the map. If you can invent anything this day and time and nobody ain't thought of, you've done something. We were the first people to ever make moldings out of poplar. When me and my dad decided we was gonna go into the poplar business, him and my mother got in a car on a Sunday and drove to West Virginia. That's where the big timber is. That's where the big sawmills are. They said, you the first people that's ever been here wanted to buy poplar lumber. At the time, all they used poplar for was in furniture factories, on couches and stuff where it covered it up. Nobody had ever wanted poplar before. So by '87, other people began to see what we was doing. And I told my dad, I said, we gotta have a finger joint machine and a kiln dry. And so we put those in to start having cheaper lumber, finger joint, paint grade, and then the kiln dry would be to buy local lumber and kiln dry it. All the lumber we were getting out of West Virginia was kiln dried. So everything we've done here from top to bottom, we're just so self-sufficient. Like for instance, on a stairway, there's so many parts to a stairway. We used to buy from a company called L.J. Smith. Well, you may be out of one little old piece that wouldn't be worth $25, and they'd say, well, we're getting ready to run that in 3 weeks. Well, that'd have that whole stair part screwed up that we couldn't tell the customer, we couldn't get the part. So we said, hey, we'll just start making them ourselves. And that's what we did. We make our own stair parts companies. I don't know of 3 other stair parts companies in the country. We bought poplar lumber already sawed, brought in here through 2012. 2012, things were really slow. And I had a guy come in to see me. His name was Tim Olson. Now, before he left, he said, Barry, I can't believe y'all ain't got a sawmill. And I said, well, I don't know nothing about a sawmill. We sat back down and he explained to me about it. And well, in 2 weeks, I had a sawmill. We use 8-quarter lumber, 6-quarter, 5-quarter. Use all different thicknesses. If you order 8-quarter poplar in, you might have to place your order 3 weeks ahead of time to get it, and plus you got to have an inventory here while you're waiting on that. So that eliminated that. If we run out of 8-quarter, tomorrow we run in 8-quarter. In the 70s when I built, and I'm sure all towns are like this, we had 3 major lumber companies. But now there's none. You got Lowe's, and most places you have Lowe's or Home Depot, but everything is so specialized anymore. Like if I was building a house, this guy here sells windows. This guy here does insulation. This guy may do drywall. Used to, you went to a lumber company, they done it all, everything. That's what we try to do. We try to go into a house with drywall and say you don't need to go nowhere Where else?
We don't sell to big box. We don't sell to small lumber yards. We sell direct to the contractor, you the homeowner, so you pick what you want instead of having to pick from what the other people have.
It's mind-boggling to me. Cox is even more diversified than I realized. And I've been 5 miles down the road from this location for 35 years. There may be someone out there, but I don't know of any other company that goes from the woods, the tree standing in the woods, to nailing it up in the house. And Cox does every step of that. We cut the trees down, we bring them in, we put them in the sawmill, we saw the boards, we put them in the kiln, we dry it. It goes to the plant up here to make trim or archways or stair treads, whatever the case may be. And then the final step is nailed up in the house. It's really a diversified operation and very specialized. And I tell you something, I'll even blow your mind a little more. We can take it from the woods and be ready to nail it up in the house in about 2 weeks. It's amazing what they do up here, it really is.
I like a full glass of ice. Don't like very much cold. And I go to the first ring. Okay. Now I got to get my cigar. Alrighty. Sit down right here. Light my cigar. So Lucy asked me the other day, said, well, have you ever made a mistake? Absolutely, I made a ton of mistakes, but I made a lot of mistakes. I had nobody to copy after. There's no company ever been like ours out there that I know of in the United States. We're still here, and a lot of people ain't. 40 years, 41 years, so. One time we was the biggest employer in Campbellsville. I think now Amazon is. But as far as a factory, we're probably second. But you know, we've given a lot of jobs here in 40 years. I think we've been taken for granted because we're homegrown. If we came from out of town, well, hell, they'd be wanting to erect a monument to us. But I've never thought we got the credit we deserve.